This special episode of the Angus Report is brought to you by Marielle. Want more profit out of your pasture? Treat your cattle with Long Range. And Neogen GeneSeq Operations, a new brand of partner where DNA testing is powerful, accurate, and affordable.
Welcome back to the Angus Report. For the families and individuals who've been coming to the National Western for generations, it's always fun to just take a walk around and maybe talk about what's changed. And we're going to head down to the yards with our friend Dan Green to do just that.
We're here in the Stockyards in Denver, Colorado. Really the only time of the year that you could shoot video like this and have cattle and activity and people, because the only time they're used nowadays is in January for the National Western Stock Show. My memories of the yards are largely after the 1968 closing of the Stockyards. I was down here as a very little boy with my grandfather and saw all the activity and the people coming and going, and it was this lively year-round in those days. But in 1968, when they shut down the Denver market, and the days of the Central Stockyards, whether you're talking about Chicago or Denver or Omaha or Fort Worth, were pretty well over. Straight ahead of us is the what was the auction market where they conducted cattle auctions. That was built in the middle 60s as an attempt to rejuvenate the stockyards. Looking off to the area over here, in the salad days of the stockyards, of course, what drove the stockyards was the packing houses. And right down, starting on the corner of this street, National Western Drive, used to be called Packing House Road, the Pepper Packing Company was there first. It was a kosher packer, a local Denver company. Then on that vacant lot now was Swift & Company, a 9-story packing house, one of the biggest in the country. In that corner then you can see the great big water tower, and that was the water tower of Armour & Company. And on that vacant lot was a 7-story armor packing plant where they bought cattle from here in the yards. You can actually see the sites better today than you could then, because the stockyards was cut by bridges, and every packing company had a bridge from over in here across the way to their plant. Well, as we've surveyed the Denver stockyards and seen the way things used to be and the way they are today, it's not the way they're going to be in the future, because the city and county of Denver is, as we'll see in the next segment, has come with a big rebuilding program, an expansion plan, and so you'll want to take a good drink in a lot of this, because you won't see it after another year or two and all this stuff is rebuilt.
Hello, I'm Shelby Mettlen with the Angus Report. 2017 marks 111 years of the National Western Stock Show here in downtown Denver. And while the event takes great pride in honoring its rich tradition and ranching heritage, this is also a significant time of transition for the National Western. A reimagined stock show grounds and plans for expansion are ongoing so that participants will be able to enjoy the National Western for generations to come.
The site will grow from 130 acres today to 250 acres. We're buying land right now, and essentially over the course of the next decade or so, we're going to invest well over $1 billion of public money into literally transforming the site into its existing condition with all new buildings, preserving the historic character of the site, but adding all the modern amenities that one would expect in a modern entertainment complex. Approximately today, the stock show on the livestock side can do 15,000, 16,000 entries. With these new facilities, we will nearly double the amount of entries that, just on the livestock side, that the stock show would be able to accommodate. So it's already known as the Super Bowl of livestock events, so there won't be anything like it in the country in terms of the sheer volume or breeds that we'll be able to support at the new facility. You know, the site is historic, and it's got the old pens that are remnants from the old stockyards themselves, and so one of our really big goals is to try to blend old and new. We're going to restore a handful of the old buildings that exist on site to their grandeur, the 1909 building being an example. Right now it's covered by 400 layers of paint. Pulling all that paint off and exposing the red brick for the first time in nearly 100 years. Taking wood out of the old yards and incorporating that maybe into some of the new barns or into some of the finished spaces. People will see little pieces of the old yards that they've always known, or the old complex that they've always known, but with a very modern twist.
Visit nationalwestern.com for more information from the stock show. We'll be right back with the Angus Report after this.
Raising cattle isn't your hobby, it's your business. So let's talk business. In a trial, Parasite Control with Long Range delivered 28 pounds more than all others, even combined. An extra 28 pounds for $5? Yeah, that's why it pays to use Long Range. Do not treat within 48 days of slaughter. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. You can't afford another season without Long Range.
Good cattle, good people, a focus on customer service. McCabe Genetics of Elk City, Kansas is proud to offer 200 Angus and 50 Hereford bulls for sale private treaty this fall. Developed under real-world conditions, the bulls are 18 to 24 months of age and ready to go to work. Free delivery and satisfaction guaranteed. McCabe Genetics. Learn more at McCabeGenetics.com or call us at 620-332-4244. That's 620-332-4244. Angus breeders, predictability is also affordable. The I-50K from Zoetis is a low-density genomic test that allows you to dig deeper for untapped herd potential. With less investment, access genomic information on even more animals for less cost without sacrificing accuracy. I-50K from Zoetis helps you make more informed decisions sooner and better match your females to that perfect sire. To learn more, visit i50k.com.